What's more important right now, Lewis, in your headspace after watching Liverpool perform so far this season in pre-season and in the opening game and the Charity Shield? The defensive, namely the centre back issue or the forward issue, because we've addressed or we've discussed the attacking situation to death. What about our defensive and the Marc Guehi situation? Where are you standing and feeling on that?
Well, look, coming on now, when that PFA question comes up, please come to me because I got ripped for my opinion on this the other day, and I'll go in that in a bit. But no, it's got to be defence, because at the end of the day, without Isak, we've scored 2 against Palace. We scored 4 against Bournemouth the other day. We've got a plethora of attacking options, but defensively, you take Konaté out that team who has had 2 quite poor games, I'd say, back-to-back, especially against Bournemouth, who was woeful. And your backup options, Joe Gomez and Endo. You can't win anything without a solid defence. You go back to 13-14, we had the best attack, like not in Europe, because obviously Barcelona and Real Madrid were doing what they were doing, but the best in the Premier League by a country mile, with City being the closest ones that could compete with us. We had Suarez, Sturridge, Sterling, Coutinho, Gerrard, all of it. But because our defence was Skrtel, Ali Sissoko, John Flanagan, Sacco, things like that, we conceded like 50-odd goals. We need depth. We need options we can bring on, and we can't be relying too much on long-term projects. We've got Leone, looks like a fucking monster. Not even going to dispute that. He looks like an utter presence in that back line. I can't wait to see when he comes into the squad properly. But he's a long-term solution. We need ready-made players who can come in and immediately fight for Konaté's spot. Someone who can immediately look to take over from Van Dijk when he inevitably leaves. I know that's what Leone's there for, but a Guehi, a Castello-Luqueba, someone of that ilk who can come in and make an immediate impact in the Champions League, the Premier League. We need it to be ready-made that if one person goes down, if Konaté gets injured or Van Dijk gets injured or anyone, someone can go straight in. And Leone looks amazing. I've done so much research on him, but he's a project player. He's not immediately someone who can fill the boots of one of those two. So we have to strengthen in defence. Otherwise, it's really going to cost us in the amount of games we've got to play.
Yeah, my son, people go and check him out. IK Knows Ball. It's a youngster's name in it. That's what they call them. So don't ask me to explain what the fuck that means. But you know what I mean? He's only a kid. But go and support his channel and check him out. He's told me about this Leone kid quite a few times. Their dad, he's an absolute monster because he keeps an eye on all the talent. Academy coming through the academy and whatever as well, because obviously he's young and he relates to it. And he's been telling me about this monster at 18. But Ben, we cannot go into the season. Cannot. Benjamin, I'm telling you, if you disagree with this one, me and you're going to fall out. We cannot go into the season with the centre backs that we've got and a young 18-year-old monster that he is claiming to be. Marc Guehi fits and suits all the criterion agenda, doesn't he, Ben?
Yeah, well, we had this chat a couple of weeks ago, Grizz, didn't we? I think on the basis about the season starts, he probably goes into the team straight away.
Probably.
Fucking Konaté's not looked good, has he? For a couple of weeks, he looks fucking terrible. Yeah, no, look, do you know what? I get it with the defence part of it, but I think it's as important as the front line because we're short in both areas, I think. We need, say for instance, Konaté goes down. If you're going to rely on Gomez and Leone, we're playing with fire. We've been in this position before. If that defence just goes tits up, we're fucked, aren't we? Sorry to say, but we are. No, I think with the Guehi one, though, I get it where the club are. The longer it goes, the better for us. Do you know what I mean? They've said they want to sell him. Liverpool eventually will get the deal, but I think this is a massive signing, really. He's a game changer for Liverpool. I think, when we've looked a little bit sloppy, at times defensively, we could just change it up. We could have 3 of them playing. I generally think if Marc Guehi was in the team, if he's in the club right now, you could see Liverpool have him in the team with Konaté and Van Dijk going on Monday night to just tighten things up. But as I say, look, he's a player that if he had any doubts about not getting games, looking on the first 2 games that we've played, including Palace, there's minutes there for him, in my opinion, mate. So it's very important. But we can't underestimate the front line, mate, because fucking hell, what happens if one of them goes down? You're then relying on Chiesa, which people aren't 100% on, and a 16-year-old kid. That's the case. Liverpool will be struggling to win something this year if that was the case. But look, all will be all right. Liverpool will get what they need to be done.
Yeah, it seems to be unanimous, Mo. Guehi is needed. Guehi's the one. The situation seems to be a bit of a price issue. The player has absolutely no doubts. The player's playing it very calm and calculated, actually, to be honest with you. He's like Liverpool, where he's cool, man, with the situation. He wants Liverpool. Otherwise, he knows he'll bide his time and then get loads of money next season when he's free, and more money into his own pocket as opposed to the club. Obviously, the club are in a bit of a dilemma. My only situational doubt, guys, now is the Eze deal. Palace's manager will be so reluctant to sell both their price assets within a week. And that's the way it's looking, because Marc Guehi and Eze going will be problematic for him. But I don't think he has the ultimate say. I think Steve Parish, the chairman, will not want Marc Guehi to go for free. He's the one, right?
I think Steve Parish already came out after the Community Shield match and he said, listen, if he's not going to sign a contract, we have to sell him this summer. And I can't lie, I agree with you. I'm a bit gutted for Crystal Palace because they've got a decent team, you know. They could have done a lot of good things this season. 100%. And they're losing. Because against Chelsea the other day, they didn't win. Obviously, it was a draw. And even against us, both games, they looked amazing. Honestly, I can't lie. But now they're about to lose two of their best players. And I actually kind of feel sorry for them. Not going to lie. But it's a dog-eat-dog world. We need Guehi. And I agree with everything that Lewis and Ben have just said. We definitely need to bring in somebody. We need to bring in Guehi, and there is a possibility that he can start for us straight away, considering how Konaté we played recently. But the thing is, I don't think
games he's been immense against Chelsea and immense against us.
He's a rock, honestly. He is quality, honestly, and there is a potential that he could just start straight away if he comes in. But my point that I was going to come to is, even if we do sign a centre back, I don't think our defensive problems are fixed. There's more problems. It's not just the numbers wise. I don't think we had that much protection against Crystal Palace or Bournemouth in the midfield, and that's mainly because Gravenberch wasn't there. So the sample size is obviously it's a bit skewed because Gravenberch wasn't there. That DM who just literally sits and covers the ground. McAllister wasn't fully fit. So, and I was one of the advocates for saying I want Szoboszlai to play a little bit deeper. I've changed my mind on that now after seeing those last two games. I don't really think I want to see him in that deep position. I can't lie to you. The better the Gravenberch, the sooner the Gravenberch back is, the better. I think we'll be a lot more solid defensively. Konaté and Virgil van Dijk will have that protection in front of them. McAllister will get up to speed, but there's a huge likelihood that Konaté could get injured and we could bring on Guehi, or Guehi can start from the jump. And I also agree with Ben's point. When games are getting tough and we need to just see out a game, you bring him on for like a Kirkers and you just go into a back three and you just shut up shop like that. Like that's a potential as well. I think it's a no-brainer. We need to get this centre back in, and I'm hoping and praying that we do. I'm just getting a little bit impatient because I've been waiting since Quansah left to get this established centre back in, and it still hasn't happened. So it's a bit frustrating, but yeah, we just got to be patient. 10, 11 more days, and hopefully all our defensive and attacking woes are sorted.
We're literally, guys, 10 days left, 2 signings to make. We're literally 2 signings away from having the greatest transfer window in my lifetime, and I'm older than all of you lot. And I'm telling you now, it's been a sensational window. It just needs that ending that we're all hoping for, and I'm pretty confident. I know, as I said, the title of the show, shout out I think it might have been Eddie who done today's show. Eddie's really put me in it. It said, Isak, deal off. Capital letters. I'm not even a question mark. So he's put me right in the mud there. I don't think there's a plan B. We didn't get a chance to discuss plan B options or targets because I think if you can execute plan A, who needs a plan B? I think we were about to execute our plan A, which has always been Alexander Isak and Marc Guehi. We always knew we could possibly go down to the last week. And this is the reason why we've sat back and you've not heard any other names, haven't heard any other noise in the market. I'm still of the opinion that Alexander Isak will join. I'm still of the opinion Marc Guehi will join. And that's where we're going to end the show today. I'm hoping my opinion is correct. And I'm thankful for you guys to join us today. The panel, thank you very much, Lewis, Ben, Mo, and Keith, as usual, with some amazing opinions and takes. They're much more calm in real life, I told you guys. But if you want to follow them on the social medias, go and have a row with them on social medias. They're at Soul there. Go and have a row with them. Tell them what they're doing wrong and what they're saying wrong. Apart from that, all it remains for me to say is we'll have some previews. Go and check out my channel as well. Just type in Grizz Khan, it will come up. My YouTube channel, I'm going to do a couple of previews. I've got some I've actually managed to get a couple of big Newcastle fans to come in and have a chat with us. So yeah, chat, get ready to give them hell. We're going to be doing a preview with a big Newcastle fan. And apart from that, guys, I guess it's time to say peace, love, and tranquility to you all. Up the Reds, up the Red Room. Peace.